Hello, everyone. Welcome to our exciting webinar today. I'm your host, Divakshu, and joining me today is the brilliant Shubham, an investment analyst from the renowned FAAD network. Welcome, Shubham.
Yeah, hi Divakshu. Super excited to be here. Looking forward to having this conversation with you.
Amazing. So, together we're about to unreveal the secrets of evaluating startups and uncover what it takes to impress investors. So, I'm going to start with my first question now. Um,
Please.
let's go. Let's get on this. So, why is startup evaluation so important for investors, and what advantage do they gain from it?
Okay, got it. So coming to startup evaluation, see, it is a very crucial, for investors as it allows them to, access and mitigate the investment risk which are in the investment and everything. Thorough evaluation helps investor analyze the startup's market opportunity, the competitive landscape, the differentiation the startup is offering, the capabilities of the team, whether the team will be able to execute strategies or not. So all these factors, evaluating all these factors, it gives, potential risk and also reduces the likelihood of the investment failure that the investor can, suffer from. So this evaluation also helps in identifying the potential risk. It helps in identifying the potential ROI which the investor can gain by examining these factors. The investor can, be able to assess and basically know more about the industry the startup is working into,
Mhm.
and then doing a pre-due diligence will also help investor in the negotiation processes. It will help the investor get the correct valuation for themselves, be the correct deal terms, the terms of the term sheet and all. It
Right.
also reduces the risk of the failure of their investment. Also, analyzing different startups in the same industry helps them build their thesis for that industry moving forward.
Right. I understand. That was insightful, Shubham. So moving forward, my next question to you would be, what are the crucial factors on your evaluation checklist? So you have been doing the same work for quite a few years. You must have been getting a lot of startups, your
Yeah.
way. So, what actually sets apart a startup and makes it deserving to present it in front of the investors, specifically in your network, say?
Got it, got it. So, okay, there are various number of factors for evaluating a startup. Like just coming to key considerations, one being the founder's background. Since we are an early stage investor, so the founders are play a significant role in a startup. Knowing about their background, what expertise they have in the industry, what has been their track record, how good are they to be a team leader. So that comes that has a very great weight in all the evaluation, because being an early stage startup, there will be many pivots and all, but if a founder is strong and confident, he will most probably make it.
Mhm.
Then comes the market size. We also analyze the market size the startup is trying to tap into. Now, the market size, the total addressable market of every industry is very huge. But we also, play, focus mainly on the obtainable market, the market which the startup can really obtain of the total addressable. Then comes the funding trend.
Mhm.
Sorry. So basically, what we evaluate in funding trends is what other investments, what other VCs have, put in a startup, which is in the same space the startup is trying to tap into. Whether the industry is VC fundable or not, whether the startups in the industry are being able to make it to the end or not. If not, then what is the reason? What are the pain points of the industry? So that's something we evaluate. Then we also evaluate the exit option. Since it is investors' money, they are putting it, they need a return. So we also evaluate what exit options are available for the investors. So whether the startup will go for acquisition or not, whether there is a potential IPO scenario or not, we examine that as well. Sometimes we also look for the portfolio collaboration, whether the startup which has come to us for funding, does it have any, collaborative relationship with the portfolio or not, or anything can happen in future or not. So we look at that as well. since in our network we have many marquee investors as well. So we also look at the startups in which they are ready to provide, their advisory and strategically help those startups. So these are some of the factors which we evaluate, but once again, the factors differ from startup to startup, industry to industry.
Absolutely, absolutely. But no, that was really informative. So, people would get to know more how your valuation process works in that
Hmm.
terms. Perfect. Thank you. Moving forward, now let's just put some spotlight on presenting startups. So,
Yeah.
my another question would be to like, how can founders showcase their startups' investment potentials to rock the
Hmm,
socks
hmm,
of
hmm.
the investors in a network? So just to stand out, what can they exactly? How can they showcase?
Got it.
Yeah.
So the first thing is for the founders to be crisp and concise in the presentation. They have to make a story about everything what they're building. They have to pitch that in the least time possible, highlight the key information about their businesses, and not increase the length of the pitching. They also should evaluate the market properly. They should know what trends are there in the market. They should back up the claims they are claiming with data and not just anything. Then they should also talk about the scalability and technology, how they are planning to scale in future, what's the tech play in their startup, what's technology they have. Then they should also, talk about the exit strategy. As I mentioned earlier, investor is putting in money for exit. So they
Right.
should also mention what return they can get, what acquisition offers they can, expect in future, whether there is a potential IPO scenario or not.
Right.
Also, the main emphasis is on the valuation. The valuation which the startup is asking, that should be justifiable.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are many methods to evaluate to come at a valuation, but whatever method they are taking, they should know why the valuation they are charging is justified or not. It should not be some any number they think of one day.
Oh,
Now,
fantastic.
coming to there are some other things as well which the startup should not do. One is unrealistic market targeting. Now, working in a market that is overly saturated is not good for a startup. It should, look at a specific target group and then scale there and then move to other target segments and all. Then coming to disregarding competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear a lot of startups saying we don't have any competition, but that not something is very common. So every industry has some competition. There may be some cases in which there is early mover, first mover advantage the startup has, but it is not very common. So you
Yeah.
should always regard the competition you have. You should talk about the competition. Then comes the answering of the investor's question with half knowledge. Suppose a investor has asked a question and the founder is not, does not have the answer to that question. So
Yeah.
he should not give the answer with half knowledge or make false claims and all. He should acknowledge and he can always say that I can come back to you later with the details and all.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, these are some of the do's and don'ts for
Absolutely.
pitching to investors. Yeah.
Yeah, half cooked information is like really harmful. I agree to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So after hearing all that information, just out of curiosity, it's been long you're into the same set of business and
Mhm.
evaluating startup. It's been how many? What do you think? Give me a ballpark figure. Say how many startups have you evaluated till now?
So on an average monthly, we get 400 to 500 startups.
Wow. Okay.
So, and I've been working with FAAD since 1.5 years, so you can do the
All
calculation and
right.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Everybody can do the maths here. Amazing, super. So
Yeah.
I think it was a very valuable and informative session for all of our audience. So thank you, Shubham, and our audience can pop up all the questions if they have in the comment section, and we can answer them shortly. We were really thrilled to have you with us in this startup evaluation today. Thank you, Shubham, for your insights.
Thank you, Divakshu, for inviting me, giving me this opportunity.
Amazing. I will talk to you again soon. And all right, people, we'll see you again very soon. Keep chasing your dreams till now. All right, bye bye.
Bye,